I'm Deb Atchley, and Gary and I are a husband and wife team from Edmond, Oklahoma, primarily the Oklahoma City metro area. We have been with Jay and Mike and Coach Cliff since January of 2010. We joined at the 2009 conference, and in our market, we think we're in the best market in Oklahoma.
Definitely better than mine. I would not argue with that.
Jay agrees with us. And this year, we are pleased to announce that we've surpassed last year's numbers this last week.
Amazing.
So we're on track to do about 150 units. And but what that really means is about 1.2 million in GCI. So we're going to break the 1 million ceiling for us has been really exciting. And we actually did that on, we went from 3 buyer specialists, Gary's the listing specialist, and we lost a high D buyer specialist. And so we lost 25% of our sales force, and we actually are doing better.
Wow.
So the dynamics of the team is much better.
Culture is getting better.
Yeah, and for us specifically, we looked at a lot of coaching products. Gary's been in business for 22 years, and I joined him 12 years ago. After we'd been married 20 years, we decided to go into business together. But we sought out a coaching program that was something very different, and I think that's why we're all here today. But we were looking for innovation and for someone who was actually still doing real estate, and that's really unique. And you guys test everything, and that's why we're here today. We're still wanting you to test everything so we don't have to step off in the deep water.
We'll do it on our nickel. Yeah, no problem.
Well, a little bit more on Deb and I. I've been in the business, like I said, 22 years. I'm a little slower learner than the rest of this bunch, so, but I'm proud to be a part of this. And like Deb said, when Deb came to me and said, we're going to go to the Texan in Dallas to this meeting, I said, well, I'm about meeting it out. This was in November. But the key element there that really enticed me to get here is we wanted a coach that was still in the business. That was a big deal to me. Somebody that was still working in the business, and when I say working in the business, still testing things, instead of someone that was doing things that they learned several years ago and heard at different conferences. So we're very pleased to be here. We've had a great experience.
Limiting belief. This is a real easy one for me to answer. I'll try to do it without crying. When Gary and I came, and I, like Gary said, had to beg him, I think I told him on a Thursday, because Carrie had spent probably 6 hours on the phone with me talking me into coming. We came down, made the decision, and I'm a high D, Gary's the high IS, and when you give, when you're an elite, they give you this packet of information to fill out, and I did it. I mean, I sat down and did everything that was in the packet and read all the books and did everything that we were supposed to do. And so now it's January, and we're now taking everything that they've given us and we're putting our brand on it, and we're doing all this stuff. We get Tiger in about the same time. We start recruiting. I mean, it was like, if you told us, to turn left, we were going to turn left. Don't ask questions, just do it. And for me, the limiting belief hit really hard. I became very ill. And now it's like the 1st of May, and I can barely walk. But the good news is all these things that Cliff is our coach. Love you, Cliff, out there, wherever you are. The process of having him, stay with us, work through all those issues. I actually had to leave work June the 4th, and I love this business. I don't sell. I'm not allowed to talk to people in the sales area. I'm now not allowed to even go on listing appointments because I'm a little too forceful on that too. But seriously, it was because of Kinder Reese and the fact that you guys had everything so organized and packaged. I literally left work and was sick, could not, even come back to work until January. In the short term, we hired our marketing director, and she just took it. So the limiting belief was that I was that important.
Yeah.
And I was replaceable, and which was a blessing. And so and one more thing, and it's something that Clayton said this morning, and it's so powerful. People will show up when they're supposed to, and that's now how we recruit. We don't recruit anymore. We wait for people to be attracted to us. Well, that's kind of the Kinder Reese thing. You guys bring people to us at the right time for them to show up. And I don't know about the rest of you guys, but that really is a game changer. And now to have the confidence, that's an aha moment. The confidence is you're going to make it happen, so I don't have to worry about it.
There you go.
Well, my limited belief was, I worked really hard to have a branded product. We worked, and I worked at lots of hours, like a lot of people did at the beginning. But again, I was a slow learner, so we kind of kid around our house that Deb and I together make one good agent, because she's a D and I'm an IS, and we have a daughter that's a C, so
yeah.
It works good. But the big deal is we had systems in place, but they weren't what we needed and what we had decided, and we had read books and everything, so we decided that we wanted people to give opportunity to other people to build their lives also. So we hired our first buyer specialist, who was, her first year did 6 digits. So, now she's off with her family and her husband and doing business. But opportunity is what we wanted to allow. And the only way you can do it is to let it go. And I'm a control freak. Everyone knows that. It's around me. So they constantly are trying to take things away from me. And but we are really blessed. We are really blessed to be, like Deb said, we've attracted talented people, and that's made us all look good. So.